enemy, enough. You cannot hide.
Hello everyone, my name is Harrison James and welcome to another Battlefront vs Battlefront 2 video. Seeing as the first video in this new mini-series did well, today I'm going to be comparing Vader from EA's first Battlefront to their second, releasing this November. So on the screen right now you can see the Darth Vader footage recently shown on the Battlefront 2 website. If you'd like a small breakdown, be sure to check out my other Darth Vader video in the description, but in today's video I'll be comparing the abilities. So, for Vader's first ability we have the Force Choke. As some of you may know, he did have this ability in the first Battlefront, however in Battlefront 2 the ability has had some neat changes. So firstly, Vader can now choke multiple enemies at once. I'm not sure on the specifics of how many enemies can be choked at once, however I assume it will be a similar amount to Darth Maul's choke, and the most I've seen with Maul's is around 5 enemies at once, but I'm not sure if this is the max, or if this is accurate at all. Vader's version of the choke clusters the rebels together, and unlike Maul's it seems to drop them on the ground. I don't know if this ability will one-shot kill troopers, but I assume if it doesn't, the troopers will be left vulnerable after the ability ends. Another change is the fact that Vader can now briefly move the enemies he is choking. This will be useful if you are near a ledge and can drop the enemies off the map to guarantee the kills, in case the ability is not a one-shot kill. In the first Battlefront the ability was much simpler. Vader could choke one enemy at a time and kill them. Moving on to Vader's second ability, we have another reused one from the first game, being the Saber Throw. I cannot really tell any differences for this ability, other than the fact that in the clip here we can see the saber hit an enemy and continue on. I'm not sure if the saber will deal damage on the way back to Vader like Maul's Saber Throw, however the fact that the saber stays ignited throughout the whole animation hints to me that it will. In the first game, Vader's saber turned off on the way back to Vader, which meant it dealt no damage to enemies when returning, and also Vader's saber instantly returned after he'd hit an enemy with it. Vader's third ability is a brand new one, called Focused Rage. This ability is said to make Darth Vader deal more damage and absorb more punishment when used. Given the nature of this ability, it's hard to say much about it, seeing as it is simply a buff to Vader. However, I could see this being similar to one of the Wookiee Warriors abilities, which gives the reinforcements about 100 more hit points that slowly go down over time. This ability replaces the Heavy Strike from the old game, which was an area of effect attack that was used to clash with Luke. And like I said in my Luke video, I'm glad that these abilities are gone, as they were quite useless in the old game. The last thing to mention is something a lot of people have brought up, Vader's basic attack animations. In this clip here, he seems to be doing a strange lunge between enemies to quickly close the gap between himself and the target, and personally I don't think this is his basic attack. If you played Maul or Rey, you may know that they can do something similar to what Vader does here, a lunge to close your gap between yourself and the enemy. In this clip I think Vader is using his version of the combat roll to kill the enemies in quick succession. You can see on the clip on Endo here that Vader kills 2 rebels that are quite close to each other, and here Vader doesn't use the same lunging attack as it would be unnecessary, so this leads me to believe his basic attack animations are not like these strange lunges. So that is all for today's comparison. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you'd like to see me compare the likes of Boss, Lando, etc. in this game, be sure to like and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching and I'll see you guys later.